Hello there, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS English News at 5. Let's begin with the top stories for today. Sarawak will be making a debut at one of the world's global trade shows for business events with its inaugural stand-alone pavilion at IMEX Frankfurt, Germany from May 23rd to 25th, 2023. Witnessing the event is our reporter Regina Lee, and she is ready to fill us in on the details. Take it away, Regina.
Thank you, Lorenzo, at studio. So currently, I'm here at the Baitul Makmur building for the press conference regarding Sarawak that will be making a debut at one of the world's global trade shows for business events with its inaugural standalone pavilion at IMEX Frankfurt, Germany from 23rd to 25th May 2023. So this year, the pavilion, Tribe Legacy Sarawak by Business Event Sarawak, is themed Business Event Support Community Development, a unique celebration of the industry's strong involvement with local communities and contribution to economic, social and cultural sustainability in Sarawak. The presence of IMEX Frankfurt's show floor this year is expected to strengthen its position as an international destination for legacy, thought, leadership, and innovation. Other than that, Lorenzo, the pavilion will feature an exhibition on Sarawak's legacy impact development, post-COVID-19 Development Strategy 2030, and the International Journal of Business Events and Legacies. Reflecting Sarawak's commitment to social sustainability, BE Sarawak has partnered with several small and medium enterprises and NGOs to exhibit a range of products. Well, I guess that's the info I have for now. I will bring the full report for Utama tonight. I'm Regina Lee and videographer Aziz Soleh for TVS. Over to you.
Thank you, Regina, for the updates. Now, moving on, Sarawak recorded an increased number of people utilizing the public transport facilities. Its Transport Minister, Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin, rebutted the negative claims that the RM1 flat rate bus service since 2020 had received ill response.
No, I mean, depending on what time of the day, you see, so I don't have the actual figure on that. This is what they're from HEARSAY, but we have to look at our figures. The figure shows that there's an increase in ridership. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. And we are continuing with that program. Yeah. Of course, we have to improve that. This way now, the ministry is also putting a proposal that we must have dedicated land for all this public transportation. Otherwise, they'll be caught in the jam also. Yeah, they cannot be punctual on time.
He told this to reporters during his visit to Kenyalang Traffic Garden, Kuching, on Thursday, March 30th. At the same time, he acknowledged the need to improve the bus service and proposed a dedicated lane for all public transportation to ensure punctuality and avoid traffic jams. He cited the Autonomous Rapid Transit ART project, which would have its own dedicated lane and not obstruct other road users.
So you see, like our ART, we have dedicated lane, so that it be seamless travel, so that it be punctual. There is no obstruction on the road. Yeah, you cannot be punctual when you have your transport is together with the members of the public ordinary car. If you are in the jam, they also caught in the jam. Yeah. So we have to look at the in terms of our planning of our roads infrastructure. We have to look at this public transportation where we need to have dedicated lane. Yeah. Then they can be punctual, they can be very reliable.
The body of a Julao man who had been missing for 3 days was fished out from Kanawit River, Nangkameluan, on Thursday. Fire and Rescue Department Bomba Bintangor Chief Nicholas Belulin said the body of Arim Badok was found afloat by villagers 2 kilometers from the control post at 11:26 a.m. during this search and rescue operation. Arim, 70-year-old, a retired teacher, was last seen on Tuesday to fish.
The 3 days operation ended at 12:20 p.m. The remains were handed over to the police for further action. It was reported that Arim was seen clinging to a bucket drifted 30 meters away before disappearing as claimed by his friend. The victim's remains were handed over to the police for further action.
2 local male suspects were arrested on March 29, Wednesday, to facilitate a murder case involving a plantation worker in Lundu on March 10. Sarawak Police Commissioner Dato' Muhammad Asman Ahmad Sapri said the suspects, aged 24 and 25, respectively, were arrested in front of the Biawak Immigration Customs, Quarantine and Security ICQS complex. Police also seized a weapon allegedly used in the assault against the 25-year-old victim.
Muhammad Azman said on March 10th at 9:20 p.m. the police received a report regarding a murder involving a plantation worker in front of the Polima Sendirian Berhad plantation in Lundu. In an eyewitness account of the incident, a security guard said he saw the deceased, Alexander Bida, waiting for his younger sibling when a silver car arrived and Alexander approached it. Within 5 minutes, he saw Alexander running towards him while being chased by a man who caused him to collapse with gashes and bruises to his head. Preliminary investigations suggest that the murder may be due to the dispute between the victim and the suspect. The case is being investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code for murder.
Neighbours heard screams from inside the house during the ill-fated fire incident that razed a house in Kampong Sabah Awar, Muar, Johor. All 4 victims hid in the bathroom during the 7:49 p.m. incident in an attempt to save themselves. District Police Chief ACP Rais Mukhlis Asman Aziz said Putri Aisyah Tengkoto, 8 years old, Muhammad Hakim, 6, Mustaqim, 4 years old, and Fatihah Aisyah, 3 years old, were found dead inside the bathroom.
However, Rais Mukhlis said initial statement from the victim's mother stated that the house was not locked and she and her husband were not at home during the incident. He said their father, a 30-year-old Myanmar national, was working at a restaurant, while their mother, a 31-year-old Orang Asli woman, went out for a while to buy iftar food at a nearby shop. Rais Mukhlis said preliminary investigation indicated that the fire was caused by a short circuit and believed to have started from the kitchen of the house. The bodies were sent to the Sultana Fatima Specialist Hospital for post-mortem.
Technological competition should be one of the principal agenda items for discussion at the highest levels, on par with discourses on security and general economic matters. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim said with the current race centered around cutting-edge technology, as demonstrated in the competition in the semiconductor industry, the rivalry to be ahead in this could take either a productive or destructive turn.
Having said that, let me reiterate, the unfettered competition must give way to spirited collaboration.
Acknowledging every country's need to protect its intellectual property rights and try to stay ahead of the competition, certain guardrails need to be established so that the competition does not lead to a bifurcation in the technological world that would only raise costs and impede progress. Anwar said Malaysia has introduced the Malaysia Madani concept as an expression of desire to forge the country's path based on its own mold as it creates a humanistic nation in line with its civilizational values.
In this sense, it is also our national philosophy, centered on 6 core values: sustainability, prosperity, innovation, respect, trust, and compassion.
Earlier, Anwar attended the four-eyed meeting with his Singapore counterpart Lee Hsien Loong to discuss on bilateral relations and cooperation between Malaysia and Singapore.
Indonesia was removed as a host of FIFA's Under-20 U20 Soccer World Cup that is slated to take place in late May. The abrupt decision was undertaken following Indonesia's Football Association said it had cancelled the draw due to Bali's governor refusal in hosting Israel's team. A statement on FIFA's read, a new host will be announced as soon as possible, with the dates of the tournament currently remaining unchanged. It added Potential sanction against PSSI may be decided at a later stage. Meanwhile, President Joko Widodo in an official statement had said the matter is being addressed by the chairman of PSSI, Erick Thohir, and such matters should not have occurred as politics and sports should be kept separated at all times.
Saya menjamin keikutsertaan Israel tidak ada kaitannya dengan konsistensi posisi politik luar negeri kita terhadap Palestina. Karena dukungan kita kepada Palestina selalu kokoh dan kuat. Dan dalam urusan Piala Dunia U20 ini, kita sependapat dengan Duta Besar Palestina untuk Indonesia bahwa FIFA memiliki aturan yang harus ditaati anggotanya. Jadi, jangan mencampur adukkan urusan olahraga dan urusan politik.
The high cost is a challenge for the Health Ministry MOH to implement the Electronic Medical Record EMR system in hospitals nationwide, the Parliament was told today. Our reporter Burhanuddin Kamel will fill us in on the details. Over to you, Burhan.
Thank you, Lorenzo. The Health Minister, Dr. Zaliha Mustafa, said the implementation of the system required a high budget, which might reach R1 billion as it would require upgrading of the hospital's infrastructure, as well as the suitability of the building also had to be taken into account.
Jadi bangunan pun perlu sesuai kalau kita nak menggunakan sistem pendidikan ini dengan pendawaiannya dan sebagainya. Kemudian peralatan, kadang-kadang peralatan kita itu ada peralatan yang lama. Jadi kita kena naik tarafkan peralatan dengan sama ada membaik pulih ataupun kita kena cari yang baru. Itu pun menyumbang kepada keperluan bajet yang tinggi. Ya. Of course yang lainnya ialah sistem itu sendirilah, sistem kemudian sistem cloud dan sebagainya. Jadi ini yang kadang-kadang maknanya kita memerlukan juga of course akhirnya pelaksanaan yang tuntas ini ataupun yang university moving forward kita juga perlukan memerlukan daripada kerjasamalah daripada Kementerian Kewangan insya-Allah.
She was responding to a supplementary question from Tan Hong Pin, Parliament member of Bakri, who wanted to know when the EMR system can be fully integrated and the constraints faced by the ministry in implementing it. Meanwhile, Dr. Zaliha said a total of 103 health clinics have been equipped with the Teleprimary Care Oral Health Clinical Information System, TPC or HCIS system, and another 42 health clinics in Negeri Sembilan to be equipped with the system through the National EMR project. I think that's all from me. I'm Burhanuddin Kamel with Zulkifli at Dewan Rakyat. Back to Kuching.
And that is all the time we have for TVS News at 5. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching.